Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Normus J, man, coming at y'all real quick. I got something to say about one of our draft picks, man. Definitely, I've been doing some film study as much as I could, watching Vash Lombardi, seeing what he had to say. He does a phenomenal job on film. Look, y'all got to let Jeff Okudah breathe. For those who not feeling the pick, really any draft pick that the Lions has made, let him breathe, man. Whether he's good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Understand. Yeah, it was players that you probably would have preferred to get. But at 3, especially at 3 and 35. But here's the thing, y'all. If the Lions felt they needed to go corner in the first round, even if that means they don't start him game 1, that's up to them to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? It's not a move that's meant for us to necessarily like. It's meant for us to understand. When I look on film, you know, people, well, you hear about the kid, people say, well, you got a 1-year starter who's only had 3 picks. This guy hasn't played against any really major receivers like that. And here's the thing, man. When it comes to college, man, this is why I don't always like feeding into college statistics. Because the film only shows you so much. Even the film only shows so much. You know what I'm saying? For example, let's say basketball. If I'm playing basketball and I'm coming out there and my job right now is just to shoot. I don't even barely have to touch the ball. As soon as I get the ball, it's to shoot or pass it to the next open man. And if that's all I do, does that mean when you look at my film that I can't dribble and pass or play defense or rebound? No, it does not mean. It's just what it is. You're judging me based off what you see on film. You're assuming I can't do certain things because what you see on film. See, understand this. Stats are one thing. Film is another thing. But all of them are parts to what we should be judging based off the player. It's still not, any of those separately are not the whole story. You can read film as much as you want. However, when it comes to a rookie cornerback, when he comes in this league, regardless who he didn't face in college, y'all have to understand this. He is going to be in OTAs and training camp going against guys like Marvin Jones, established wide receiver in the NFL, was an 8-year veteran or longer. Kenny Golladay, a young hotshot receiver who's done nothing but increases route running and dominates with his size. You'll be going against Amendola, a guy like who usually used in the slot. He can be a matchup problem because of his very good route running. Then you go have Cephas in there, who they probably gonna start him off with in rookie minicamp if we do have that in OTAs. Who he even said was, in his own words, he said that was one of the hardest guys he ever covered. Now some people may speculate that is a lie. I don't know. Cephas is actually very, very hard on route running, man. That guy's a stud undercover. I can't wait to do a video about him. But my thing is, what you gonna expect out of a rookie cornerback? I don't care who you win against in college. You can't expect him just because you're looking at a standpoint of, well, he faced high competition. All that won't matter because you can still come in and face the high competition in OTAs and get cooked. Regardless, like, to me, that's why I always say a lot of times, to me, most rookies are all on the same level until proven otherwise, because you can go against the best names in college and then still come in OTAs and get cooked by Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones. That absolutely means nothing. I'm looking to see, and personally, I hope he starts off struggling, because I would rather see him start off struggling early in OTAs so that introduces him to the NFL ways, and then see how he comes back from it, because it shows you how strong his mind is. On film, the dude is smart. On film, he's physical, and he gives you all he can give you. You know what I'm saying? He's not the greatest tackler in the world, but he's a willing tackler, for the way Vach was saying. I see that. You know, he doesn't have the Zach tackling ability like somebody Jalen Ramsey, which also is credited with Vach was saying, but he's a good tackler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd rather have Okudah than Greedy Williams. That's all I'm saying, man. And that's why, another reason why I like Amani. Amani might get more clout than him, but I don't care. My whole thing is, can this defense as a whole be good? That's the only thing I personally care for. No, having Jeff Okudah was not going to turn us to the #1 defense. This is a young man that we expect to be helpful as his defense is growing, as they're building it, you know what I'm saying, and in a lot of ways rebuilding it, getting him at the same time. So that's what I hope, no matter what rookie cornerback we got in this draft class, or you think he's better than Jeff Okudah, or where you think Jeff Okudah is the best cornerback in this draft, he's going to need help from the defensive line. You're not going to tell me a D-line like ours that was, making veterans like Slay look like pure trash, even though he was playing bad on his own too, but he didn't get no help up front. Let's be honest. You're asking a lot for him to come in and want to be a Hall of Famer game one. I'd rather see the kid start off slow and get better game by game, because you're watching him grow, you're watching him get better. I don't want him to necessarily play bad, but at times it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I would rather him show that he needs to learn and get better during OTAs, and then when they put the pads on, he can start, showing that he's getting better, because you don't want to look hot in OTAs, and then when you put the pads on, it feels like a whole nother story. I'd rather him start off slow then, and then pick it up as he goes along with the pads on, because it shows that he's getting better. But if it happens the other way around too, it can still be worth it. Like, because with Amani Warrior, he kind of started off slow too, but then you see him pick it up in each preseason game. First game one for preseason, he was getting torched. Every game by game, he got a little bit better. And then you seen later down the season, when he got the opportunity when he was healthy, he picked 2 passes off that he tracked one down on Aaron Rodgers, and the other one he forced. So, and that quarterback wasn't that good that he got the first one off of, or the receiver he was probably covering. But he got to play. That's all I'm saying. Can the kid play? Let the man breathe. Don't be so critical over him, man, because who he didn't face in college. Because he about to face some talent now, and we'll know then. We'll see. We haven't even understand the full game plan of what they're going to probably do with him. So it's wait and see. Don't kill a man yet because he was selected at 3rd overall. Try to understand why they selected him, and then let's see if we can be shown why. Because I'm not about to go so hard on him when I know a rookie cornerback, no matter who we got, if we got a guy in the 4th round, they was going to go through the same struggle. So they took what they felt was the best player available for the situation they wanted to fill a roster spot in. So that's the way I look at it, man. Hey, I ain't got no hate for the kid. I think he can ball, and this is his opportunity to prove people wrong. That's what I'd rather focus on him doing. So that's all I got to say about that, man. I'll do some more videos over the next few days, man, hopefully. And we go still talking about these draft hits, man. So it's your boy, Nomas J. Tell me how you feel down below. Be respectful. And I'm out, man. Peace.